didn't teach, didn't sit with them, and they forgot this, were lost. The rabbis were not able to take them anymore. See how important it is to educate, to give the Torah, to teach them that we are Jews and the faith in Hashem and everything from young age, because whatever you have from young age, it stays. So it is our obligation to teach our children to respect us. It says, kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, right? It says in the 10 Commandments, you should honor your parents. That's what it says. How children would know what is to honor or how to honor, you as a parent have to teach them. It's your obligation, it's our obligation to teach our children how to respect. So I started to say about before how Hashem wanted to give the Torah, how He offered it first to the nations. Why Hashem is offering it to the nations? Because the nations, they want to know, is it worthwhile for me, this Torah, or not? Is it good for me? Will I like it? Will it be appropriate or it's going to be in my standards or not? If it doesn't fit my standards or it's not going to be convenient for me, I don't need this. And the Jews never asked these questions, because by us, the Torah, many times, so the laws of Torah don't make any sense. And we have to accept the Torah and we have to do the mitzvot, even if we don't understand it. If you keep saying to your child all the time, get up at 7 o'clock because, and give a whole big explanation. We have to meet this and we have to meet that and we have to go to your grandma and we have to pick you up from there and I have to do this and I have to do that. Don't touch the electricity because it's dangerous and because this and this can happen and that can. If you keep giving explanation for everything that you do, you have a problem. You know why? Because once the child understands the logic behind the law, behind this order, he'll accept it. Once he grows up a little bit and he doesn't accept this logic, or let's say he wants to try it out, really something is going to happen if I touch the electricity? Okay? So then you have a problem. We have to teach our children, what does it mean, a value of listening to parents. It's a value. Very important. It's a very superior value, and no matter if you understand it or not, you have to do it because I asked you to. Mm-hmm. So, how can we make our children respect us or honor us? Usually we say, run, you don't need to get respect. Respect is not good. We say all this kind of stuff. But when we say that the children have to honor us, number one, your husband comes home from work. The kids, Baruch Hashem, are busy. He's playing with his computer game. Your daughter is calling to all her friends, and sometimes they can be hours on the phone. Mm-hmm. You cannot call the house because the line is busy the whole time. You know, they make already 3-way calling. They know all whatever phone companies offer. They know everything. So when the father comes, nobody even raises their eyes and say hello to the father. How are you going to make kids respect or acknowledge the fact that the father comes home? Depends on you. If you, in the middle of your telephone conversation, or being busy with, I don't know, you have to check something on the computer, you're cooking, you do whatever, you're in the laundry, you're in the basement, you're upstairs, you're doing something. You're stopping everything and you tell the person that calls, my husband just came, let me call you back later. You put on back the phone and you go to greet your husband. Come kids, let's say hello to father, to daddy, came home, whatever. So the kids were going to learn that when father comes home, whoa, it's so important. You don't just skip it, you don't just don't pay attention to it. It's a very important thing. Father came home, okay? Depends on us, how we are acting. Mm-hmm. This is how you show respect to your father, to your husband, and this is how kids, they see this thing. I told you, this Yohani, this widget I mentioned, a lot of people by mistake, of course they don't do it purposely, But sometimes next to your husband, you don't want to show him that you're objecting something that he says or something. Well, once you leave, you make some kind of a, I don't know, the kids see it. The kids see it. Or you say something, or you tell him a name, or you call him a name. You have to be careful. Your kids, they see it and they absorb it, and they'll take advantage of it afterwards. They'll make fight between you, and will judge, and will put you on the spot, and tell on him, or to her, and because they're very manipulative. They know whenever they want to get something, they know how to do it. You have to be very, very careful. Children's education, or to teach them how to honor parents, you have to start it from very, very young age. Because once kids already got used to certain way of talking, certain kind of a language, certain kind of a habit that is disrespectful for parents, it's very hard to take it out from them. You yourself know that sometimes at home everything is okay. Once they're exposed to friends, they come with all kind of languages, or curses and all kind of stuff. You yourself, you know how hard it is. But once they're used to it from young age, it's hard to uproot it from them. So you teach them from young age what to say, what's not to say, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. Another thing that will teach them how to respect and honor parents, make them get used to make all kind of little gestures for you. You ask them, please, Nathaniel, bring me a cup of water. You don't need that. You can do it yourself. Ask him. Ask your daughter, can you answer this phone call for me? Because I'm a little bit busy, and I'll just tell her that I'm going to call her later. Okay? Ask them to do certain things for you, because and when you ask them, you have to ask nicely, not too much firmly, and not too much. You don't force them. You always thank them after they did something. You appreciate whatever they did, and you tell them. You have to teach your children not to refute whatever you said, meaning, but it's not true, but you didn't say that, it's not fair, all kind of sentences like that. You ask them, speak politely, speak nicely. That's not the way we speak in ours. Don't scream, because screaming, if you scream, they scream back, or sometimes too much screaming, nobody listens. Speak in a low tone, they're listening even more. This is not the way we talk in our house. So, and you're not going to listen to anything they're asking you unless or until they'll learn how to speak in the house. If you keep yourself calm, they will learn how to speak this way too. When don't let your children argue with you. I'll give you a scenario, and you will see what exactly I mean. Let's say you ask your son, please take out the garbage outside. And he's like, that's not fair. Why me? Why always me? Mm-hmm. And you tell him, why always you? Last night it was your sister that did that. That's not fair. She never does it. That's not true. And she's like, yeah, I ask her a lot to help me, and she does. No, but the day before I did that, and the day after I did that, and then I did this and I did that. And you keep answering him, and he keeps arguing with you, and it's endless. Instead, you have to ask him, please, can you take out the garbage? No, but that's not fair. Why me? Why me? And you tell him, because I asked you, can you please take it out? Here you're using this method that's called a broken record. You don't hear whatever he says. Mm-hmm. I asked you to take out the, please, can you do it? If you disagree about something, we can talk about this later. But now I'm asking you to take out the garbage. And you're not leaving him until he understands that he has to take out this garbage.
But what if they have their certain job that they have to do,
mm-hmm.
and you tell them this is your job,
and
you know the routine.
Exactly.
Like you tell your kids, this is your routine, you know, this is your job.
Okay.
And then they stop right there.
Okay, so if they have a routine, it makes it so much easier. But if you ask him to do something outside, extra to the routine, how then is going to? So there's certain things that you ask him as a mother, and he needs to. He's obligated.
I usually use the phrase of like, you know, you're good at this.
Again?
You know, you're good at it.
Okay.
I will have to just kind of like a phrase, and you're good at this area, and that's why I want you to do this. Is that a proper way of asking it as well?
Because he's good. So in a way, you're taking advantage the fact that she's good in something, and but then her brother can always show that he's not good at that, and you won't ask him, right?
No, actually,
Huh?
I just have to praise them.
Okay.
You're good at
So
this.
Praising
they're
works
running,
out.
they're
Praising
running.
works out is the best.
Right.
So let me finish with an example, a true example. So there was this guy, Daniel, looking down from his apartment building. He looked at there was a big park opposite his house, and there was this guy that used to clean, he sweep around, you know, in the park and in the street. He has his garbage pail and all these tools that he uses for cleaning. And he saw a boy, and he knows very well the boy, 11-year-old boy, comes to him, sits next to him they sat on a bench for a second, tells him something, okay? He doesn't know what he tells him because he's far away, he's looking from his apartment building. And the guy smiled. And then the boy left after a while. So later on, he meets him and he tells him, I saw you with that guy. What did he tell him? You know, he's Russian, he's 70 years old, not necessarily understands you. What did you tell him? I told him, thank you. Thank you for what? For cleaning the park and for the street. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, my parents taught me that every time somebody does something good for you and you enjoy it, you're supposed to say thank you. And that's what I did. This guy, this Daniel, saw this and it was so strong. He knows the parents of this boy. He knows what good qualities they have, these people. Always appreciating, always thinking, always very, and this is what, you see the results basically. You see, you know, from the child you see what are the parents. Bezrat Hashem will continue on this subject of children's education and the Jewish home. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Right?
Really nice.
Questions?
Thanks a lot.
Yeah?
I asked you in the middle.
So, very good. Okay, fine. I'll forget. Okay, so